the top teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock.
Okay, first. Cut. Moves.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They just keep firing. Hines is back in the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball to the backfield, nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picked off. What a play to set him up. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
He'll start this drive going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. Slings it downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Gets it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking for a crease to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Correa. There he goes to the left. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They kept that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. This time on target. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it out to the 25. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
The give to the tailback. Nice move there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up. Play aggressive. Try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paying this drive off are to go for it on that 4th down, and, of course, they go out and get it.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's Adams. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Ball is on the 10-yard line. They're not thinking field goal. They'll go for it on 4th and short. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes!
get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Off play action. He's looking deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion. But if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind him.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 7 with the grab and the score.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to turning it on. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Grab near the sticks. It's Agbana. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for a 2-minute timeout. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Wants to throw on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Finds a man on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third and goal, where the strong come through.
Get set, get set.
Caught in the backfield, it's Cavazos. Touchdown, Hurricane! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. This time he's got his man.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They want to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gentry. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. To the air on first down. Got a man, it's Gentry. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Tigers. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Number 7.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He smashes his way through again. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Going for the big play. He's got it up to 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And he made the extra point without problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gentry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. The throw. Got his man downfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaching.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to fit the field position with the return.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
The Canes trying to cash it in on first and goal. quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Canes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll try to get it through the air. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Touchdown, Tigers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Looking for the tie with the extra point. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Fires to the big fella. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Caught over the middle. It's cleared. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Hurricane! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab. Inside the 30. There he goes. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Catch in the middle. It's Correa. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires on the move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Breaks the tackle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
That's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Hand off from the shotgun. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Calls his own number. Finds a little space. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic on the scramble. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Blair. Lowers those pads. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Hurricanes are rolling down the field. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Reads it, fires complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Safe completion on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the quick game. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. He did not make it. A stonewall on 3rd down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dances away to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. The throw to the outside is complete. He's loose on the right. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the 4th quarter. Outbreaking routes so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds and save yourself clock.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He's got him. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David